Not everybody's going to be a scholar, and nor is it saying that everyone has to be a scholar. You can be a doctor. You can be a doctor. But you being a doctor, does that now make you free and exempt from having to learn about your religion? No. You can still love medicine and still strive to be the best doctor in your chosen field. But at the same time, if you really want good for yourself, you're gonna want to learn something about your religion. So the basics of your religion, you have to know it anyway. So you're gonna make sure that you are a scholar in the basics, that you are a scholar in what you have to know. As the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Talabul ilm fariida ala kulli Muslim." Seeking knowledge is obligatory upon every Muslim, meaning seeking knowledge of the fundamentals of the religion, seeking knowledge of what is an individual obligation upon you is wajib. Is wajib. You have to learn it. So you have to learn your aqidah. You have to learn your minhaj. You have to learn the fundamentals of the religion. You have to learn how to pray. You have to learn how to fast, the rules relating to fasting. Learning how to pray, let's go back to the prayer. Learning how to pray means you have to learn those rules and regulations that are linked to purification. You have to learn the ahkam al-tahara. You have to learn the rules and regulations that's linked to water. Now, the types of water. What water could be used? What water couldn't be used? What makes the water, when the water is pure, when the water is impure. You have to learn all of that. How to make wudu, the ahkam al-wudu. How to make ghusl, the ahkam al-ghusl. How to make tayammum, the rules and regulations of tayammum. You have to learn all of that. All of that is connected to what? To the salat. And then the prayer itself, the rules of the prayer, the positions of the prayer, what is said in each position, the prerequisites of the prayer. All of that have to be learned. The pillars of the prayer, the obligatory aspects of the prayer. Everything about the prayer, you have to learn about it. That enters into what everybody has to learn. The ahkam of siyam, of fasting. Everybody has to learn about the rules and regulations of fasting, those who fast. Now, those who Allah Ta'ala has given them a surplus of wealth and they have to pay zakat. You have to learn the rules and regulations of zakat. Now, those whom Allah Ta'ala has given them good health, has given them financial resources and the financial means, and you make hajj and umrah, you have to learn the rules and regulations of hajj and umrah because it's wajib upon you. Now, in anything you do in life, you have to know the Islamic ruling on it. You want to get married, you have to know the Islamic rulings as it relates to marriage so that you get married correctly. The process and everything is correct. Now, being a husband, you have to learn the rules and regulations and being a husband, the rights that the wife has upon you. You have to study that. You have to learn that. Now, so that you can give your wife her rights. You can treat her in a manner that's correct. And likewise for the wife, you have to learn the rules and regulations and the rights of the husband so that you can fulfill his rights, so on and so forth. Everything you do in this life, you have to learn the Islamic regulations as relates to whatever that is. So some things are shared by everybody, and some things may differ from person to person because not everybody deals in the exact same things. Now, the things like I mentioned, that's shared by everybody. But for example, something that may not be shared by everybody, for the poor person, for him, it's not wajib to learn about the ahkam al-zakat because he's poor, but is recommended that he learn about it. But for the rich person, it's wajib he learn about it. Why? Because he has to do it. He has to pay. Right? So seeking knowledge on these things, that's everybody anyway. That should be everybody anyway. That's the default. But even that doctor and his discipline, right? And his chosen discipline, even him now is going to say, but you know what? I want to go a little beyond that. Why? Because whoever takes a path seeking knowledge therein, Allah will make easy for them the path to the Jannah. And who doesn't want that? So this hadith should change our lives and should make everybody want to be a student of knowledge at one level or another. However much they could be, however much they are capable of doing, they should try to get a piece of seeking knowledge. Why? Because they want to go to the Jannah.